YouTube is one of the most powerful places on the planet to build a platform. But if you're just getting started today, it might feel like a lot trying to figure out how to be successful. I have been a YouTube content creator since 2007. That's not a typo in my voice. Not 2017, 2007. Where were you then? I have seen the ups and downs of this platform. I've been everything from a vlogger to a podcaster to the host of Amy TV. And these are the three things that if I were just starting on YouTube today, that I would do to make sure I become successful as soon as possible, which is totally possible with the way the algorithm works, if you know how to work it. First, choose your niche for right now. Everybody gets really afraid of choosing a niche or a niche. In other words, getting really narrow in your focus about what you talk about so that you're more likely to master it. The truth is, if you are more niche, you can be more successful from the start. Here's why. You know how you think something and then it shows up on your Alexa device? Or you know how you say something to a friend and then suddenly it shows up in an ad or in an article on your phone? While it's a little scary that we're all being listened to, as a content creator, we want to show up for exactly the right people, and that technology is dialing in, matching the right type of content to exactly the right people. So the more clear, the more obvious, the more specific that you are with what you do and who it's for, the more likely it is going to get dialed into who it is going to be sent to. The algorithm can work in your favor, but you have to be clear. So in order to choose the right niche, you need to follow the 30-minute rule. What do you talk about? What do you focus on? What do you create around? I'll tell you exactly what it should be. I want you to imagine that I'm putting on an event. Welcome to Amy Landino's Go After the Life You Want event. I like you. I want you to speak at my event. I'm going to have you on stage right now. No preparation, no slides, nothing. I'm giving you 30 minutes to talk to an audience. What are you gonna talk about? All right, so forget the stage fright, okay? I know a lot of people are like, I would rather die than speak on stage. But I want you to use it as an example. If given the forum to have a conversation with someone, just imagine one person in that audience. What could you talk to them about for 30 minutes that somebody would literally have to put tape over your mouth to get you to stop talking about it because you love it so much? This is a great place to start. When you have this opportunity to lock eyes with somebody and talk to them about something, potentially scaling it up to hundreds of people, thousands of people, millions of people, you want to be sitting here feeling really good about what you're sharing and the experience you've had with it. So when you choose your niche right now, you can pick something that is the case for you right now. Just because it works in this moment does not mean that it is your forever. You have the ability to pivot. You have the ability to grow, and you will. But for now, you can only start off strong with something that's inherently natural for you. How can you solve problems for people? How can you entertain? How can you do something that you'll wake up and do on a regular basis that serves an audience? Choose that niche right now, and you will be crushing it before you know it. I challenge you to go to every YouTube channel that you enjoy. If they have been on the platform for at least 5 to 10 years, you can go to their videos tab, including mine, and rearrange it in order. You can do oldest first, so you can see everything that they created to start the channel and when they did. But what I love to do is I like to put it in popular order. You would think that putting things in popular order, you're gonna see a lot of the same, all of the things that have made them successful. Not always true. You're gonna find a couple of anomalies here and there. Videos that might have been super niche when they were first starting their channel that gave them some quick momentum. And that helped the channel grow because it was useful for a specific reason. While we could delete those old videos and be like, that never happened, that would be silly. We wanna prove that we've had practice, that we've had our reps put in, that we've been successful in the past, very early on in the past, even if it was about something entirely different than what we talk about today on the same YouTube channel. Do not perfectionize your way out of creating your first content. Just because you see something that you're very excited about today, being something you could totally create consistent content in, not being what you think you should be doing 10 years from now, doesn't mean it's the wrong call. It might be exactly what you need to get some practice in, to have some failures, to test. So choose the niche for right now. When I first started on YouTube, I was just making montage videos with my friends. After that, I became a vlogger. After that, I started this channel. Years later, I started this channel in 2011, and I talked about social media marketing. After that, it became Vlog Like a Boss, how to leverage video. After that, productivity. After that, morning routines, time management. All this stuff has evolved. If I wouldn't have just chosen the niche of right now, I never would have started, I never would have learned anything, and I would never have found the platform that I have right now. It is okay to evolve with your human experience, and I hope you'll do it with the niche of your YouTube channel. Second is consistency in all things. One of my oldest friends on YouTube is significantly younger than me, actually. Austin Evans, one of the OG tech reviewers of this platform. I remember attending a conference with him, and I was telling him how I was creating consistent content. I was very proud of myself. I was uploading 3 days a week, and I was sticking with it. I was staying on schedule. And he asked me, great, what time do you upload? And I was like, who cares? I upload on my days, and it happens every time. And he said, that's really interesting. I also upload on the same days, but I upload at the same times. He said, kind of based on when my audience is most active. And I thought, wow, I felt so professional in what I was doing. And yet there could always be a little bit more you can do. When you talk about being consistent with your YouTube channel or consistent with content creation, it's in all things. And you'll get to know them slowly. You don't need to know them all off the bat, although I do have a resource that can help you get started. But when you're trying to measure success, you need to see where you're being consistent and where things did better because of how consistent you were and where things did not do as well. But consistency gives you a controllable that allows you to see, every time we upload at 9 o'clock in the morning, our videos don't do well, but every time we've tried it at 3 p.m., we get a bit of an extra kick in our reach. If that's the case, you're only going to know that from consistency. Sure, your analytics can tell you a lot of things, but if you're all over the place, your analytics are also going to be all over the place. So the more you can help it to be consistent in what it's telling you for upload times and upload days and types of audience and types of content, the better. So you chose your niche, stay consistent with what kind of content it is. You choose your days, stay consistent with what the days are. Wherever you need to be consistent, be as consistent as possible so that you have a controllable that you can measure and get better. One of the ways that I stay consistent with my channel is by giving myself content bumpers. I have a way of coming up with a great title, a great thumbnail, and a great video in general, the flow of this video. I like to be able to talk fluidly and just lock eyes with you and be able to discuss a topic, but I need some bumpers to keep me in line along the way so I can have that fluidity in our conversation. This is why I created something called the P Sheets. You can get them for free. Just head over to my Instagram, make sure you're following, and message me the phrase P Sheets. It'll come to you for free. It's a free download. There's a video that walks you through it again. It's fantastic, but it's really simple. There are 8 Ps, 4 Ps on sheet number 1 and 4 Ps on sheet number 2. And what they do is they help you identify the important things you need to know to come up with a great title and to come up with a great thumbnail and to come up with the right opening for your video and to come up with the right close. Rather than looking at a blank page and thinking, what's my video going to be about today? Use these P sheets to give you a template, to give you direction, to give you those bumpers. So you know, how do I take my idea and turn it into something that's a really consumable, exciting thing to watch as a YouTube video? The more consistent consistent that you are in all things, including how you decide what a video is like on the front end and in the content itself, the days that you upload, the colors you usually use, the type of content you share. Consistency teaches you a lot, which is why every video you can get better. Every time you upload is not just challenging you to stick with it, but giving you more data to figure out what to do next. And number 3, put your audience first always. I got a light over here. I got a mic up here. I've got a little screen over here that's showing me what I look like. Another one over here showing me what I look like. I'm not looking at any of it. I'm looking at you. I choose to speak to a person. Your name's always been Charlotte. If you've been here for a long time, you know that. Charlotte is my audience. Charlotte is my person. Charlotte is my client. Charlotte is my friend. Charlotte is struggling in some way, and I have been where Charlotte is, and so I can help her with that thing. In my niche, following my P sheets, I look at Charlotte and I have a really real conversation with her about how she can improve today. I want to be that friend to her. That's what we do here. That is the mission here. When you put your audience first, everything falls into place. Everything. Some people are still going to make fun of you who know you better than your audience does. They're just commenting to comment. The people whose opinions matter are the ones who let you know in the comments down below, like you're gonna do right now, how this video has helped them progress in some way, what they're going to do to make a change in their life right now, what they're going to do to take action toward a goal that they have, how they have been rocked by something you said, even if they knew it before, but you said it in a way they needed it. That's whose opinion matters. So every time you upload, you are going to get outside opinions, but everything you do needs to be for your one person. Your one person is gonna turn into 10 people. It's gonna turn into 100 people. Can you imagine walking into a room of 100 people and everyone looking at you? That's what we're doing here. It's like, actually, I just got goosebumps because I haven't thought about it that way in such a long time. Thousands of people watch these videos. Like, I walked into a room with thousands of people. I don't think about that. I know that sounds so crazy when you're first starting. I never think about that. I'm sitting here, I'm talking to you, we're having a conversation. Sometimes I run into you in real life and I get the feedback that I'm very much the same in person, which I think is the ultimate compliment because you don't want to be a different person on camera than you are in person. I love that because then I see a face and I'm like, oh, that was my person that day. Not, oh, there was one of 1,000. There was one of 1,000,000. Never do I think that. How intimidating to sit here and think I'm talking to 1 billion people. Don't do that. Don't sit here and talk to 1 million people. Don't sit here and talk to your best friend. Don't sit here and talk to yourself. All of those things might not work. If you don't remember what it's like to be that previous version of yourself, it's not useful to talk to yourself. If your best friend is not your target audience, then it doesn't make sense to talk to your best friend. If you are intimidated by talking to 1 million people, don't talk to 1 million people. We need you to share the best version of yourself, not the most freaked out version of yourself. Put your audience first. Who are they? What do they need? What do you do to serve them? And do that every single day. Because even if your video sucks, and it won't, because you're gonna use my P sheets and it'll be better every single time, but even if it sucks, someone's gonna walk away from that experience and be so grateful for you. Don't let that pass you by. If you're just starting on YouTube, these are the 3 things that I would do. And I would not look up until I have followed this advice at least 100 times and gotten real data of how to get better and into the next version of who I am as an owner, as a creator, as whatever it is that YouTube is meant to be for you. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you'll stay tuned to this channel where we keep sharing advice like this to make you better. If you want to check out 3 more things, the habits that successful people never skip, click the link below and I'll see you there.